Hi guys, quick update. Sitting out here in my backyard, got my sun hat on. Um, it's been a while. If you followed this channel for, well, probably over a year. I think we've been online for a year, maybe two now. Actually, I have to go back and look. This is our typical summer break, I guess you could say, where we like to get maintenance done on the RV, which there is a recall I need to get done for the fridge on 3-ton RLS, Grand Design, fifth wheel. I need to get it in for that. And then the Ram has a couple recalls that I'm waiting on parts. One I know is a fuel pump, and I think we had talked about that one before on this channel, where a lot of people are recommending actually warming up your pump, if you will. I think they still use coils. Leave a comment below. But warm all that up rather than, I know nowadays these diesels you can pretty much, hit the on or the ACC on and then hit start and it will fire up. The old days you'd have to warm up the coils first. And that's the approach I kind of take, just to get the pump warmed up, to try and it does something with the pump to give it more longevity. But again, I know there's a recall on it, and the person at the Ram dealer told me that I think they're still waiting on a fix for it. So it may be a while before anything comes in for that. He said something about they were thinking actually about going back to the 4th gen pump. Again, leave a comment below. That would be, if it works, why not? But I think they were trying to design something about a new pump, and it wasn't working out. Had issues, so there's a waiting list, actually. I forget what the other recall's about. I have to double check on that one. That one's fairly new. Probably due for another oil change about at this point. Trying to do 5,000 on the oil changes, and then 10,000 where I do the fuel filters, just to keep some regular maintenance schedule going with it. I know a lot of people have different opinions on that. I running it here this summer, it just really got in the hundreds out west here, and it basically, it's really difficult to cool down that turbo after running it in the motor. I mean, I've let it idle for, I don't know, at least 10-15 minutes at times, and it doesn't seem like the temperature ever drops to me. So, I know it really depends on the type of oil you use. I'm using the Valvoline Blue, but I'm sure if you used a better synthetic, if you will, it will displace some of that heat, which I just don't run it. It's pretty pricey. I don't want to avoid the warranty. Maybe once it comes out of warranty, I'll think about it. We do have a check engine light on again, and we're almost positive it's from the fuel. We put some, I guess you could say, cheaper fuel in it, and I think that may have had something to do with it. But other than that, yeah, we do have it in covered storage now, which we're really thankful about. At least maybe help save the roof a little bit and keep some of the heat out of the inside. So other than that, it is stored further away from where we actually live now, and that is the only downside with it. It's less money. It is in cover. But if we just have to run out there and get something done, we can't really do that in a day. It's probably about a 4-hour drive from here, 3 hours roughly. We do have a family member keeping an eye on it for us. It's basically in an RV park that offers storage. So that's an update for us. I know as far as cooking in the RV and things like that, we just got a new pizza oven that is mobile. In other words, we can collapse it, break it down, and take it with us. That we plan to do. storage is at a premium, and that's one thing I do need to do, is reorganize the storage. I did it a little bit last time we had it out, but I need to get out there and reorganize it again, and get things like this pizza oven in there. We do have the other Blackstone in there, which we love that. It's worked out great. That's probably been one of the better investments as far as cooking paraphernalia, if you will. But and then I think I might have mentioned, I'm not sure, it's been a while, we actually got a cart. It's almost like a cutting board almost, for the kitchen. It's like another island, but it's on rollers. Nowhere near the size of, an island in somebody's house, but decent size where we can roll it around in the kitchen, so we have a little more surface, mainly my wife, to actually cut or serve from or cook from. And that's actually worked out pretty good, other than you have to really make sure it's secure when you move it, because it's a good chance it could fly around in your RV. That's not a good thing. That could potentially do some real damage there. Still have the issue with the lights over the bed in the master. So I still need to address that. Other than that, yeah, we got some new tire covers. We found some on Amazon. I can leave a link down below. They're fairly inexpensive. We couldn't believe the prices on, especially nowadays, the way everything's gone up. That reminds me, how's everybody doing with their fuel? I've noticed there's a lot less RVs on the road now, and I'm almost 100% positive it's because fuel prices. And I don't know if prices have gone up necessarily in the staying in different RV parks. I'm sure they have. Everything has seemed to have gone up, but we get our fuel at Sam's and pay about, I think last time we filled up, I want to say about 75 cents less a gallon, if you catch it just right, depending on where you're at, for diesel. So something to consider. We haven't had a Sam's Club in years, a card, and we feel like it's kind of already paid for itself. So think about that. There's Gas Buddy too has another one that I just signed up for, and I'll put a link for that down below. I never knew Gas Buddy had one. My brother-in-law told me, so I'm going to try that, especially when we get on the road. And I think the other one's the TCL is one we're going to try too, and waiting to both get those going. So after the summer, we're shooting for the October time frame to actually get out. We may not actually drive around or go to different RV parks as much. We plan on being stationary for a good chunk of the first part of our when we start traveling again, October to November. Then maybe we'll head up to the Flagstaff area again, and I'll definitely do some videos before that as we kind of prepare and get out there. I like taking you guys along, and it's been so long just with everything going on and the gas prices, it got kind of crazy, but I do appreciate anybody who joins, and really it just can learn from each other. I don't mind sharing my experiences, our experiences, as we learn these things too. We can all learn from each other, and that's the main thing. But yeah, the big one is these gas cards they have coming in. I know, again, I might be saying this wrong, but the TCL one, I read on there, for that gas card, at times you could potentially save up to 65 cents a gallon at certain gas stations. Now, it also says on there some gas stations you may save 0 cents a gallon. And you do have to pull in with the big rigs, that type of thing. So there's a few little things on these different gas cards you have to kind of look out for. Open Road is the app for that one, and it shows you prices, and so if you're traveling down a certain route, you can kind of plan your fuel stops, especially nowadays. That's probably more critical than ever to maybe at least keep you able to take your RV out and travel with it. Some people maybe not able to travel at all. Budget wise, it's a big game changer. It's going to cost more than double, triple in some cases, more triple in cost for fuel. So it's really a shame. It really is. The RV industry was really taking off and doing well. A lot of people were RVing. Gas was reasonable for what it was. Some people may have felt it was a little high back then. It really depends where you live and fill up, but now it's outrageous. I think average for unleaded anyways, nationwide, it's $5 a gallon, which that affects everything. That affects RVing, food, God forbid that it pushes us into recession. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but that one thing of fuel is just gets into everything, really just drives the price up. And will ever come back down for that? Probably not. It's in my experience, once, especially with food and items like that, once it gets this new price, inflation takes hold of it. Even if the economy does rebound, my experience is the prices never come back. I'm out here with my dogs right now. That you guys probably remember the dogs. They're doing good. Out here sitting with them a little bit. I try and do that once a day. Just get outside a little, even though we're not RVing right now. So yeah, the other part is in the summer, trying to get maintenance done. We try and get maintenance done ourselves as far as medical stuff, and so we're doing that. We try and throughout the year, everybody gets, especially when you get to a certain age, things that you need taken care of, whatever. So we try and do that in the summer. And really, it's just, especially in the West, it's just really too hot for us to be out there. I know you have air conditioning and other things, but that's our time to start, stay in the sticks and brick and take care of things, and it works out pretty good. I think we've done this for 3 or 4 years now. Just kind of our method of doing it, and it has worked out pretty good, honestly. And I think we've taken a close to summer trip. It's kind of really at the tail end of summer, beginning of fall type thing. One year, a couple years ago, but it was still basically fall. That really is our favorite time to travel around out there. The color changes. It's a little cooler. You can still hit some hot weather, but for the most part, it cools down at night. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're still RVing. We're still at it, but we just haven't done a lot lately. So that's pretty much the updates for now. Leave a comment below. Love to hear what you guys have been up to. And we will talk to you next time, hopefully sooner than later this time. Have a great day. God bless.